Welcome to Silicon Scoop, where we dive into the latest tech news impacting the world. Join John Irwin and the Startup Coach as they explore the tech news that matters to you. Stay ahead, stay informed, and now on with the show.
SpaceX is selling Grok 4.5 as a clod killer, while SpaceX rents an entire supercomputer to the company behind Claude. Elon Musk may be competing in the AI model race while quietly becoming the landlord for everyone else's race cars. So Grok competes while SpaceX rents. So Grok 4.5 is lower priced model aimed squarely at coding, autonomous agents, knowledge work. Meanwhile, Anthropic has secured the full capacity of SpaceX Colossus 1 data center with more than 220,000 NVIDIA GPUs and 300 megawatts to expand Claude's capacity. The AI war is becoming less like Apple versus Android and more like an arms dealer supplying both sides. SpaceX can potentially profit whether developers choose Grok or Claude. What do you think about this, John?
Sorry, the arms dealer supplying both sides. It's such a good analogy. I love it. So I'm not surprised here. Elon has been all over the place. And like everything's been so convoluted. It's become so convoluted with him. So when Elon Musk founded xAI in 2023, its mission was relatively straightforward. Build AI frontier model capable of competing with all the other big guys, OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, all that. And so the first Grok model was integrated directly into X Premium. But since then, the company has expanded dramatically. So now xAI encompasses frontier language models, vision models, coding assistants, enterprise APIs, AI infrastructure, social media integration, massive GPU clusters, potential robotics applications, scientific reasoning models. And so I would argue this rapid diversification has made it increasingly difficult for outsiders and even insiders to define what business xAI is actually in. And maybe that's what Elon's trying to do. Maybe he's trying to make things so confusing. Who knows? But he's putting his hands into everything, and he's combining companies and all that sort of stuff. But what do you think? He's a genius in doing this, or do you think he's kind of all over the place still? Or do you think he has a plan? I think he has a plan, but...
Well, it's hard to say that he's not a genius.
Yeah. No, I mean in this particular case.
So I think overall there's a plan, but at the same time, Elon changes things fast based on whatever's presented at the time. And that's not meaning that he goes with the flow. I'm saying that things change. Yeah. Meaning we build these Colossus data center. We were hoping our xAI would be great. We've solved a bunch of these problems related to these data centers, but people aren't using it. So let's rent out the CPU. They were losing the AI battle when they realized coding, 6 months ago, everyone realized the best coding agents was the way to go, and all of a sudden switched focus. They realized they were losing the race, and that's why they bought Cursor. And immediately after built that to build Grok 4.5. I've been using Grok 4.5 quite a bit the last couple of weeks, and it's working great. I'm using a Cursor right now, and I'm building with it, and they give you a 50% extra tokens or something for using Grok 4.5, and it's working pretty good. It's doing a really good job. Now, are they all over the place? I think a little bit, but that's because SpaceX, xAI, Tesla, robotics, space travel, satellites are all over the place. Neuralink. So, yeah, Neuralink and Boring and the tunneling company and stuff. And so you just take a step back and say, he wants AI to be able to power his robots, to be able to help with the space transition for ships and whatnot, as well as coding and running his company. So I think there is a direction in all this, but I also think that he realized that he's got all this CPU. Why not get the $2 billion a month off Anthropic for renting it out? And, I think that's going to go a long way to making them profitable. Again, it's very incestuous potentially. Are they potentially being able to, I don't get some data out of that Claude Anthropic deal because they're running in their data center, or whether it's a pristine hands-off situation?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I would imagine Anthropic would make sure it's a pristine hands-on situation because that's the way Dario plays it. I'm just curious. We'll see how it goes because I think they're all kind of floundering at this. I believe, and I've been saying this for a long time, the only companies really making money in the AI space is the hardware companies. So when now he's got a big hardware data center, he can rent it out. So that's a function where he'll start making money. The software company, except for the specific coding ones and the very specific, website builders like Lovable or whatever, the other ones aren't making money. So as we increase token pricing, as we go through all of this, they're desperately trying to increase how much everything costs, right?
Yeah.
To get to profitability. When I say that, for example, we talk about SpaceX and Grok 4.5 at $6 per million output tokens. Opus 4.7 is $25, 4.8 is $25, Fable 5 is $50, GPT 5.4 was $15, 5.5 and 5.6 Sol is $30, Gemini is 10, 12, and 9. DeepSeek is cheaper. Version 4 Pro is 87 cents. But you get the idea that even if it's not 100% superior than 4.8, based on benchmarks or what you're using it, even if it's inferior, that $6 is attractive to people because we had like 6 months of everyone was token maxing and all this stuff. And then the scenario switched because people went from $6 to $10 to $15 to $25 to $30 to $50 per million output tokens in the last year. So all of a sudden these bills start piling up and people are like, oh my gosh, we have to have a bunch of controls. We have to have all these things. So we're going to have to wait and see where these things all shake out. I don't know if Claude 4.5 is in chaos or their deal with Cursor and using all their data to build 4.5 has really jumped them ahead. I'm interested to see, are they embedded in Tesla, they embed it in the robots, and they start building these harnesses for the robots. This will become very, very interesting. Any final thoughts on this, John?
No, you're right. xAI appears to be building an AI ecosystem. So it's got data centers, social media, robotics, autonomous vehicles. And so I think that's where the play is the ecosystem versus OpenAI is building AI software. So, yeah.
So SpaceX may not need Grok to defeat Claude if it can make billions powering Claude. Is renting your supercomputer to your biggest rival a brilliant platform strategy or an admission that their model is winning? And what do you think around this? Is there room for everybody to play, or now, 2 years from now, is xAI going to be relished to something below and Claude higher? And where's OpenAI fit in this picture 2 years from now? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments below.
Tired of drowning in repetitive tasks while your competitors race ahead? Every minute you spend on manual data entry, scheduling, and routine processes is a minute you're not growing your business. Flowgrammer.ca transforms your workflow chaos into seamless automation. We build AI-powered systems that handle your busy work so you can focus on what actually makes you money. Our clients typically save 15 plus hours per week and see their productivity double within 60 days. Visit flowgrammer.ca for a free automation audit. That's flowgrammer.ca. Stop working in your business and start working on it.
So, John, I understand that you help people with non-dilutive funding. What does that mean? What kind of people do you help? Where do they go to find that information?
Yeah, for sure. So non-dilutive funding is funding that you receive where you don't have to give up shares or equity in the company. Typically, it comes from government or it can come from organizations. I specialize in government and organizations as far as helping you secure the funds. There's a whole bunch of different programs. If you're a startup with just an idea, there's really not anything out there for you. You need a couple years under your belt as far as incorporated in Canada. But if you have questions, you can reach out to me. Either find me on shreddit.ca, SREDIT.ca, or what's better is find me on LinkedIn. Connect with me on LinkedIn, John Irwin. But for automations, workflows, a whole bunch of other stuff, where do they go to talk to you, and what can you help them with, Craig?
Well, I help businesses grow and automate over at flowgrammer.ca, and specifically we do human-centric AI-first technology that enhances the human experience for people, not take away from it. So if you want to know what we do, go over to flowgrammer.ca, but we do all sorts of stuff where we do cafe events, AI builders. If you're in the Toronto area and you want to spend a half a day or a full day working with other AI builders, check out flowgrammer.ca. We run events in Toronto first Friday of every month. We also run startup investor drinks from our TorontoStarts brand, where we run get investors and startups in the room. It's open bar, open pitch, and it's intimate, usually 50, 60 people in a small room with a high ratio of investors to startups, and it's a good time for everybody. I'm also entrepreneur residence at a couple co-working spaces in Toronto, and I'm the startup coach. So if you want to head over to TorontoStarts.com, if you're struggling or just want to talk to somebody about direction for your startup, give me a shout, book a meeting, a discovery call, whatever, and we'll spend 15 minutes and see how we can help and work together. We'd love to hear from it. Other than that, John, anything going on?
No, we've got Elevate coming up. We've got a few events with you, and that's about it. I know you have tons of events, don't you?
There's lots of stuff coming on. Yeah, I talked about them, so go check out TorontoStarts.com or flowgrammer.ca. They're all listed there. On all our sites, we have all our events now. I built some widgets to make sure it propagates, so you'll see them everywhere. Other than that, thanks for listening or watching, everyone. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in to Silicon Scoop. We hope you enjoyed this episode's dive into the latest tech news. Stay connected with John Irwin and the Startup Coach on LinkedIn, and subscribe for more insights and updates. Until next time, stay ahead, stay informed.